Welcome to Talks with Toby. It's not an official name, but hey, I might start calling these little convos Talks with Toby. I want to make this video because I think I don't think it's a very serious issue. It's the number one disease in this world, and that is the constant and useless thinking that controls our minds, or the mind controls us, in the correct words. And what do I mean by this? Well, I don't know if you can relate, but I've had days where I've just been walking around, and instead of enjoying what I was seeing, I was just in a fight between myself. It's like two voices in my head just talking back and forth. Oh, you should do this. Oh, but if you do this, then this might happen, and then you might miss on that. Oh, but if you do this, and you're going to regret it. Or, why did you do that in the past? You shouldn't have done that. Look at all the problems that have arisen because of that. So it's these voices. It's the voices of the future and the voices of the past. And what is the correct resolution? How do we fix this problem? How do we seize the mind from thinking and controlling our thoughts 24/7? How do we live in peace? Well, the answer to that is living in the present. Living in the present means enjoying what's around you, enjoying the people, enjoying the food, and being comfortable with it. Not desiring other stuff, not being like, oh, I wish I was somewhere else. Oh, I don't want to be with these friends. I want to be with other friends. Oh, I want a girlfriend. Or, no, I don't want a girlfriend. I want to be single so I can do whatever I want. Or, why did I do that? Why did I date this girl? Why was I friends with that person? Worrying too much about the past, stressing about what could happen in the future. You can't change the past and you can't control the future, so just leave it. Live in the present. Seize the mind. Stop. Don't let it control you. The mind is such a powerful tool. It has allowed the human species to evolve in a way that no other species has evolved. But in today's society, we use it too much. We need to be able to shut it off when we don't use it and turn it back on when we need it. But the reality is that it's always on and we don't notice it. That's the main problem about this disease, is that we think it's normal to have voices in our heads 24/7. And I'm telling you, it's not. Life is so much more enjoyable when you can shut it off and just be. It's quite sad because I know a lot of people are having miserable days, miserable lives. And people are becoming schizophrenic. I don't know. People are becoming crazy because they can't shut off their minds. And like I said, being in the present is important. But to fix this, you have to admit that it's real. You have to admit that you can't control your mind. Just sit for a second. Sit back and ask yourself, is this what I am faced with? Is this my reality? Am I living every day with constant voices in my head that I would just want them to go away, but they don't? Well, if that's the case, step number one is to admit that those voices are there. From there, you can finally move to the direction where you fix the problem. And it's probably the hardest. It's probably the hardest disease to fix. It's not easy. I'll admit. I had terrible times. Low points in my life where my mind just controlled me, and I'm telling you, that sucks. And I don't wish that upon anybody. And so once we admit that that's our reality, that there's an issue that we need to resolve, and we move forward, we start practicing, meditating, yoga, I don't know, just going on walks with nature, just Be one with nature. Look at the sun go up. Look at the sun go down. Look at the moon, the stars. When a bird flies over your house, just look at it and watch it go. I'm telling you, that brings me peace. Try different ways that might work for you. I don't know. Just try anything related to nature, anything peaceful, relaxing. I don't know, when you eat something, just be fully with it. Feel all the flavors. When you hang out with friends, forget about everything and just focus. Hear their voices like you've never heard their voices before. Don't listen to respond, just listen, Hear people out. And don't worry too much. Don't worry at all. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the past. Forget that. I know it's a lot easier said than done, but just practice. Practice every day, and it'll get to a point where you will get there. But if you don't practice at all, you'll never get there. It's just baby steps every single day, and at one point you'll reach there. And I mean, you always got to practice. There's no perfection. You always got to improve. Probably the best monk in the world has to, practice meditating still, There's no perfection. You'll never cease to make errors in your life. So just, baby steps, like I said. And so, I mean, I'll wrap this video up. I'm gonna try to do more videos like this so I can practice and be more formulative, be able to speak in a manner that you guys can understand, because I do want to help this world, and where I've gone wrong, where I've realized things, I want to tell them so it can open up, it can bring awareness, and the consciousness of this world can evolve, and so we can all live better lives. So peace.